Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I have my top 10 diecast trucks of 2020. So, I'm gonna make this list, I'm gonna redo this video. So if you guys want to know that, I did record this video, a while ago, actually, probably I don't know, a couple months ago. But I'm gonna redo it because at the time, I didn't have all of the trucks that I wanted on the list. I just showed photos. And now I'm going to show the actual trucks in total. So I'm not like too sure how if these are like fully my favorite trucks of the year or not. I know a lot of them are, but here and there it might be a little iffy with what I'm thinking of. But I just wanted to throw this list up pretty quickly because I just do not want to go through the whole collection. And I did go through a lot of it, but these are the ones that I picked out. These are the top 10 for 2020. In my opinion, just my opinion, so let me know what your guys' is in the comments below. So I have two honorable mentions that did not make it on the list. This would be number 12 if I were to do a top like 12 or whatever, but this is number 12. Sadly, did not make it to the top 10. But it definitely is a very cool truck, but this one was sadly pretty, I don't know. For me, it was seen where I live at least at the end of 2020, but it was definitely, I saw like a couple of them. So it's not the most exciting truck in the world, but I'm really happy that we at least did get it. We did get it now in 2021 in the double packs of Dirty to Clean. So now it's not really as special, but in my opinion, it is still a very cool truck and almost made it on the top list of my top 10, but still a very cool truck nonetheless. So there it is, number 12 technically, the Maxi Blackout Maxi. My second honorable mention is Thrasher. Thrasher is a very cool truck. I really do like this one, not because because of the paint scheme, but also because of the new casting that they used. They used a totally new casting, which is the Toyota Tundra tooling, right there, as you guys can see. Not only did they do that, but they did the beadlock printing right there with the gray rims, and just the overall paint scheme. They did a phenomenal job on. They also did not only get the correct paint scheme on Thrasher, but they also got on the back the Toyota.com website, which is something that they couldn't do. Well, at least it's a totally different thing, the phone number, but they couldn't do the phone number on the Bounty Hunter. They still released it anyways, but on Thrasher, it at least worked out at the end, and I'm really happy with how this truck looks. It's pretty accurate, really dead accurate almost to the actual thing. Crossbars are a little thicker than the normal trucks, I believe, but this is still a phenomenal truck. And yeah, that is Thrasher. I can't really say anything else about that truck other than that. Now we're on with the top 10, guys. The number 10, we have the Elemental Trucks Dragon. So this one is a very cool Elemental truck. My favorite Elemental truck of the year. This was, of course, I believe, don't quote me on this, it could have been the Fire Dragon for the Fire Nice team. But they've decided to put in Elementals, and I'm really happy about how it looks with the Fire tires. It honestly looks better than the normal tires from the Fire Nice series, but yeah, this is a really cool truck. It really blends in with the black rims on the tires and then the orange and red chassis and roll cage. It really ties the whole truck in with the red windshield. I think they should have maybe done like a black windshield just to change up the colors a little bit. But other than that, it is a very nice truck. I do like the paint scheme. Really happy that they did at least release the Fire Dragon, as we call it, to the public. So yeah, that is basically it for the Elemental Trucks Dragon. Really cool truck. Nothing else to say about it for me. Next up, this might be a shocker to some of you guys, but we have the Inverse Trucks Northern Nightmare. So yes, the Inverse Trucks Northern Nightmare is on this list. This truck is a really cool truck. I don't know why, like, if people were to make a top 10 list, I don't know why this would be out. This is a very nice truck in my opinion. It is also in Steel Titans 2, so that's pretty cool. But this is also one of my favorite trucks. This is my favorite of the Inverse Trucks so far. Well, at least of 2020. And this one's really cool. I like the colors. They really made it a nice, like, they just had a nice color palette, and it fits in very well with the theme of Northern Nightmare, and I'm happy how they did it, and it turned out perfectly like I expected, at least, if they were to make an Inverse Trucks Northern Nightmare. So there it is, the Inverse Trucks Northern Nightmare. That's your final look. And yeah, that's a very, very nice truck. I don't know what else to say about it. And that was also number 9. So let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is probably not too much of a shocker, the Reckless Trucks Gravedigger. Now, the Reckless Trucks Gravedigger is a really cool truck, in my opinion. It was definitely one of my favorite trucks from the Spin Master line in 2020. Out of the Reckless Trucks, is not my favorite one, of course, but this is my second favorite one. I love how they chose Gravedigger. Of course, if they were to make Reckless Trucks, what they did, but if, like, let's just say, we didn't know, but we got a sneak peek at them, I would have expected Gravedigger to be the one, and I'm really happy, and it's also really cool, because it basically brings all the Gravediggers together that were, like, the main Gravediggers, at least from the 5-pack and stuff, all into one Gravedigger, which looked really good. They changed the hub, or the rim, or hub color, whatever you want to call it, the rim color for every single tire, and they also had a brown chassis to make it, like, look a little muddy, in my opinion. Well, that's what I'm really speculating, but other than that, it's really cool. They got all the details that I would have expected from the Gravediggers into one. And, yeah, it just turned out perfectly, and I couldn't really expect it to be any different than what it looks. So, yeah, that is the Reckless Trucks Gravedigger, and let's move on to the next truck, which is Black Pearl. Yes, guys. Black Pearl, number 7. Yeah, so Black Pearl did not make it to the top 5 because there are some trucks that are better than it, in my opinion. But this truck is still a really nice truck. They did a brown rim with a gold beadlock. It's pretty easy to tell that they're different colors. We have here, like, basically the other. I don't, at the time, like, of me recording this video, just so I can say this, I haven't reviewed this, so this is my first time really looking at it in depthly into the camera. But here it is, the Black Pearl, a really nice truck. Here is Black Pearl, a very, very nice truck in my opinion. Definitely one of the best trucks that they made, if it will focus. One of the best trucks that they made of the from the Star Creations team. A really nice job. I love the hood. The hood's probably my favorite part of the truck. And yeah, that's your little overview of Black Pearl. Definitely my favorite truck, mainly because of the hood. That's a little biased, but I mean, hey, this truck is still beautiful, and I cannot believe that they actually made this thing in diecast. I'm really happy that they did make it for us in 2020. Now at number 6, this one sadly did not make it to my top 5, which is Backwards Bob. So a lot of people would say, why is this not in your top 5? Why is this number 6 right cracking right off the top 5? I don't know, man. It's just, they made other trucks that are just better in my opinion than Backwards Bob. Again, this is all my opinion. But it's still a phenomenal truck. That's why I put it at this high. This is a really accurate truck. You can see it's backwards on the chassis. They have the crossbar right there with the 2 bolts on the top. They have the Here I Come on the back, which wasn't a real feature, but they still added it just to have some creativity with the truck. They added the back windshield, which I didn't expect for. And yeah, I mean, besides not having the grill printing there, which I can understand why, it's all good. The truck is still phenomenal, and I cannot believe that they actually created and made Backwards Bob in 2020. It was definitely a shocking truck to me, because I did not expect them to ever bring this truck back after years of it not being made. But it's still a very cool truck, and I applaud Spin Master for what they did for it, and I'm really happy that it was made last year and not this year, because honestly, I'm just really happy it didn't get delayed too much. And yeah, that's Backwards Bob. Nothing else really much to say about it. Just a great truck overall, and I'm really happy that it got made in 2020. Now let's move on to the next truck, which of course is number 5, and that truck is Full Charge. Yes, I know. You guys are probably thinking, what are you doing? Why is Full Charge above Backwards Bob on the list? So, again, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is just my list personally of what I think about the trucks. Full Charge is a phenomenal casting. It is a Corvette. I've always wanted to see a Corvette in diecast. Of course, Hot Wheels made one, but theirs isn't as good. And this one just looks really cool in general. I don't really know what else to say other than that. But I'm just so happy that they at least made it. And on top of that, they made it in the color pink. Yes, guys, they made a truck in the color pink. That's something we don't get to see very often. It's a pretty rare sight in the diecast world of monster trucks. You don't usually even see this in diecast, like in Hot Wheels cars. You don't see pink that often. So it's just so cool in general that they made this as a pink Corvette, and the details that they got, like with the painting that in, having the nice like name Full Charge, and just the beautiful like colors that just fit really well. Overall, it's phenomenal. There's nothing else I can say about this truck. It's definitely one of the best trucks that they made in 2020, and I'm really happy that I have it because once I saw the poster, I knew this truck was going to be one of my favorites, and this one is just insane. I really do like it, and again, I applaud Spin Master for what they did this year. Well, for last year in 2020, it was not the best of production, but what they created at the end was really, really cool and well deserving to have this truck at number 5. Let's go on to the next one, which is not even a surprise at all. And what do I mean by it's not a surprise? This isn't even a surprise. Of course, this truck was going to make it my top 5. This one is also number 4 on my list. Wolf's Head Motor Oil. Yes, guys, Wolf's Head Motor Oil is in my list on number 4 in the top 5. Yes, this truck had to be in my top 5. Wolf's Head Motor Oil. This is a beautiful casting, 3D casting by Spin Master. They made a 3D casting. This doesn't look too 3D if you really look at it, but if you have it in your hand in person, you know this thing is 3D. You guys can see all the detail right there. This truck is just phenomenal. I cannot believe the metal flake inside with the teeth, just the overall casting that they did for this truck. They got the right sponsors everywhere, the Mach-Gen logo, the right correct name. Even though this is not accurate, the red chassis, this still fits really well with the theme of Wolf's Head. They got the accurate rims and beadlocks. This truck just fits in together so well. This is definitely the most accurate die-cast truck from Spin Master, from Star Creations at least, other than Kraken, which Kraken I will talk about at the end of 2021, guys. That will be on my top 10 list for sure. Probably my top 5. So yeah, there's nothing else really to say about this truck other than wow. Thank you, Spin Master. Congrats for making a phenomenal truck. And yeah, let's move on to number 3, which this, I don't know. You guys are going to say, why is this better than Wolf's Head? It's pretty funny, though. And I like to joke around. Wait, what? I mean, the truck likes to joke around. Joker. Yes, guys. Joker is number 3 on the list. So, here we go. Once again, why is Joker number 3? So, I have to say Joker is number 3 on my list because, like, look at this truck. This thing was obviously going to be in my top 5. It is a Beetle, like, I think it's a Beetle, at least, I don't know. But the casting, it looks like a Beetle. A Beetle casting. This thing looks phenomenal. It screams Joker. I mean, if you were to look at this thing with the crossed out headlights, the smile on the front, the ha 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 with the Joker, even if you took that off of the truck, you would easily know this is the Joker. Adding this little like plastic crate on the top of the roof with the box and the bomb, like the cool Looney Tunes themed bomb, is just phenomenal. But not only that, it's a Boneyard Trucks roll cage. Yes, guys, they do have Boneyard Trucks in 2020, and it's really cool they use the Boneyard Trucks roll cage because it does fit in very, very well with this truck. It just makes the truck look way better. We have these like faded out sort of gray-brown rims. I mean tires with the purple rims. It's a phenomenal truck. There's nothing else to really say. The metal, like just like metal plates in the as windows are just like guarding him in. It's just insane. This truck screams the Joker, and there's nothing else to say about this truck other than wow, because this thing is like, it screams the Joker, and you can know that this truck is the Joker even with hiding all the little knickknacks that it shows. Like if you were to take away the Joker face on the side, and maybe take away the smile right here, and then just have that as like red, you would easily know this is the Joker, and it's a really creative truck. So congrats to Spin Master for making one of the most creative trucks that I would have ever expected for the DC Comics. This is the Joker. And at number 2, we have the World Finals 20 Avenger. Yeah, this thing is number 2. I know, this is one of the most accurate diecast trucks I've seen. This is also the nicest Avenger I've ever seen in diecast. It's insane. So basically, it's on this list, and it's number 2 because of the fact of how many accurate details they got into this truck. I'm gonna take out the fact that they cut out a huge portion of the trunk, but I don't really care about that because of, like, just look at the casting. The rest of the casting is just phenomenal. It's like, there's nothing else to say other than that. They have BKT printing on top, which is not like a normal thing for Spin Master to do, I guess. BKT printing, they had the bead locks and rims. I thought they would just like a blue rim here and then a red rim. Well, all just blue rims, like fully blue rims. No, they did blue bead locks on black rims. They did BKT printing the accurate silver roll cage. They did the perfect like decals. The decals are just like really accurate. And then you have like all the sponsors on the side. The grill just look, even though it's not the accurate grill, this thing still looks amazing. It is a proper Chevy Bel Air. And there's nothing else to say other than that. It's incredible. You can see there we have the windshield, the other side. It's just the steps towing. It's a phenomenal diecast, and I'm so happy to have this thing in my collection. And again, once again, this is definitely one of the best Spin Master trucks that they made, period, in 2020, in my opinion. Number 1. Oh boy, you guys knew it. I put this truck at number 1. I'm being pretty biased on this one. This is my favorite diecast truck in history. Well, at least for now, until Double Decker comes out, but I have to first see what that looks like. But Salvager. Salvager is one of the best looking diecast trucks and creative looking diecast trucks in history. The overall design, it's themed around, I'm guessing, this looks like it's themed around Mad Max. Just saying. But this truck looks phenomenal. No matter what it's themed off of, it's crazy. It looks like it looks like someone made this in like their like garage and just like piled like all these garbage trucks together and just like, not garbage trucks, but like trashed up, damaged, broken up, cool old trucks and cars together and slammed on a couple headlights, a broken one and a fixed one. It looks like a nightmare. I mean, look at it from the front. It has like a really broken, rusty like grill, the headlights, the motor. You got like the vent things like right there. You got like the very like shortened windshield, which is only like almost as small as the engine right there. It's just insane. Here you see the rims match. Here they're flipped around. I mean, this thing is just insane. This is really cool. And then you can see here like the top is really flat, but like with these like little ridges on the side. You have like this oil drum with a backpack right there on the side. This thing is just, it screams like hell. I don't know. This thing is just insane. Definitely one of my favorite trucks in history. Definitely is my favorite truck in history so far. Phenomenal. This is definitely what I would have expected if someone were to come up with, and like not only that, but also like here you can see like the name is not like a normal like print. It's like a spray painted on like drippy theme. It's just, this thing fits, like everything just ties in together so well in my opinion, and that is why this truck is number 1. My favorite truck ever, Salvager. It's fantastic. I don't have anything else to say about it. And that is my list, my top 10 list of the Spin Master Monster Jam 2020 line. There is literally nothing else for me to say other than congrats to Spin Master for making just amazing diecasts in 2020. There is literally nothing else I can say other than that. They have like, the game is just insane, dude. They literally upped their game this year. Last year in 2020. There's some trucks in here on this list and in the year in general that I didn't expect that they would make. It's just, wow. It's really, if you really look at how much like time and effort that the design team put into these trucks, at the end of the day, it's just a diecast truck. And Spin Master can go so accurate so many times, but they really do go as accurate as possible for us. It's crazy, you know. It's something that a lot of people don't really. I feel like not the most amount of people look at Spin Master and give them as much credit as they should. But this design team deserves way much more, and I'm really happy and thankful for Spin Master doing what they do best. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what your top 10 is in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone, and goodbye.